YouTube, welcome back. We got a question that popped up in Twitch chat. We actually talked about this question recently on the podcast. And if you don't know that we host a podcast every week on Friday evenings, you're missing out. So, what is the fastest way to get favor with Merchant's Guild? I need like 3 or 4 ranks before I get any upgrades. This is such a good question. I didn't realize that this was an issue, but I also play COF, so I'm not a Merchant's Guild gamer. But with the advent of Merchant's Guild, we need favor, and how do we build favor? It turns out that there's a pretty quick trick. You can go to your Monolith of Fate. Pardon my character, I'm in the middle of respecing. You can go to your Monolith of Fate, go to the area that has the highest corruption, whatever you're currently farming, and believe it or not, you are going to lower corruption. You're going to go to a sneaky little area that you may have never visited before. This is called the Sanctuary of Eterra. So in the Sanctuary of Eterra, you're going to fight like 3 statues that deal minimal damage. You're going to kill them, and you're going to go to the most beautiful zone that you've ever seen in the game that's for some reason hidden behind a mechanic that you might not otherwise engage with. Do the Sanctuary of Eterra, go to the little statue at the end of it, and you're going to lower the corruption on your timeline. What that does is it resets the timeline, slightly lower than it was previously. Don't lower it by like half or back to 100, but lower it just slightly, as little as you can. And the echoes that you find around the beginning of your node, like I have right here, are going to be this. You're going to see tomes of experience here. So this tome of experience, it helps you get to level 100, but it also gives you favor. So you'll see that I have 1, 2 that popped up right here, and I might see a few more if I branch out just slightly. The reason for this is that the interesting nodes, or the cool nodes, the fun nodes, the things that are like set unique items or unique or exalted body armor, exalted weapons, unique nodes, set nodes, vessel of memory, vessel of chaos, more shades of Erebus. Those interesting nodes they appear far away from the center as you go and branch further and further out. What that means is, on the flip side, nodes like this that are less interesting are relatively more common closer to the very center. And for you, if you want to build up as much favor as possible, you can reset your monolith, do all of the increased experience book nodes that you see, and then you'll push out, you'll do the first shade of Erebus, you can even do that. Or, if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of corruption, you could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then reset with another Sanctuary of Eterra in like minus 10 or 15. Do all those nodes, do minus 10 or 15. Do all these nodes, do minus 10 or 15. And then you're going to lose a bit of corruption, but then you can just build it back up later. So once you're at cruising altitude, once you've resigned to the fact that maybe you don't want to push to 2,000 corruption, this is the fastest way for you to build favor in the Merchant's Guild.